mystical feeling fills me up with so much love, so much hope, way down in my soul. Even when I was at the end of my road, I found with love you can always cope. Yeah, so much hope. Well, I've heard it said time and again, love is all we need in the end. Now I can tell you, I know it's true. And if I can feel it, maybe so can you. I've heard it said time and again, love is all we need in the end. Now I can tell you, I know it's true. And if I can feel it, maybe so can you. So much love, Lord, there's always enough. No, there's no bottom to the almighty cup. So let's all be giving that real good stuff. Fill each other up with so much love. So much love, Lord, there's enough. I'm overflowing from the brim of my cup. Mystical feeling fills me up with so much love, so much hope, way down in my soul. Even when I was at the end of my road, I found with love you can always cope. Yeah, so much hope. Well, I've heard it said time and again, love is all we need in the end. Now I can tell you, I know it's true. And if I can feel it, maybe so can you. I've heard it said time and again, love is all we need in the end. Now I can tell you, I know it's true, and if I can feel it, maybe so can you. So much love, Lord, there's always enough. No, there's no bottom to the almighty cup. So let's all be giving that real good stuff. Fill each other up with so much love. So much love, Lord, there's enough. I'm overflowing from the brim of my cup. Mystical feeling fills me up with so much love. So much hope way down in my soul. Even when I was at the end of my road, I found with love you can always cope. Yeah, so much hope. I've heard it said time and again, love is all we need in the end. Now I can tell you, I know it's true, and if I can feel it, maybe so can you. I've heard it said time and again, love is all we need in the end. Now I can tell you, I know it's true, and if I can feel it, maybe so can you. So much love, Lord, there's always enough. No, there's no bottom to the almighty cup. So let's all be giving that real good stuff. Fill each other up with so much love. So much love, Lord, there's enough. mystical feeling fills me up with so much love, so much hope, way down in my soul. Even when I was at the end of my road, I found with love you can always cope. Yeah, so much hope. Well, I've heard it said time and again, love is all we need in the end. Now I can tell you, I know it's true. And if I can feel it, maybe so can you. I've heard it said time and again, love is all we need in the end. Now I can tell you, I know it's true. And if I can feel it, maybe so can you. So much love, Lord, there's always enough. No, there's no bottom to the almighty cup. So let's all be giving that real good stuff. Fill each other up so much love. So much love, Lord, there's enough. I'm overflowing from the brim of my cup. Mystical feeling fills me up with so much love, so much hope, way down in my soul. Even when I was at the end of my road, I found with love you can always cope. Yeah, so much hope. Well, I've heard it said time and again, love is all we need in the end. Now I can tell you, I know it's true. And if I can feel it, maybe so can you.
Good morning. Good morning. Isn't it a glorious morning? My name is Zita Johnson Betts. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. I'm a member and trustee of Columbia Center for Spiritual Living. This morning, I'm giving my time and talent as our presider. Welcome, welcome to our Sunday celebration. Thank you for joining us online this morning. We would greatly appreciate it if you would share this live stream on whatever social platform you're using to bring more of us together in spiritual community. Thank you. If this is your first time experiencing Columbia Center for Spiritual Living, welcome. We want you to know, whoever you are and whatever spiritual path you're on, you are welcome and celebrated here. There are several ways to connect and engage with us in this spiritual community. We invite you to check out our website calendar at columbiacsl.com/events. Email us at info@columbiacsl.com for more information, or call our office at 410-750-8559. And now, I get to share with you who we are and what we're up to. Our vision is contributing to a world that works for everyone. We are a diverse community of belonging and growth, sharing the light and joy within ourselves while learning to see it in others. Guided by Spirit, together we build a joyously engaged, inclusive community intent on uplifting and transforming lives. We are a welcoming, inclusive spiritual center where everyone can be seen and heard. We lovingly practice the principles of science of mind in the world. As a community, our commitment to inclusion calls us to embrace and celebrate everyone's unique identity. We begin by recognizing our diverse abilities, ages, physical characteristics, gender identities, national origins, faiths, and spiritual paths, sexual orientations, ethnicities, and races. Then we experience one another at increasingly deeper levels as we grow together in classes, in workshops, in service to our shared spiritual community, and just hanging out together. And we come together in spiritual community on Sundays to celebrate life. So let's get to it. We have a saying here: singing is like praying twice. So let's begin with a song. This morning we are blessed to have a guest musician, Gary Lynn Floyd. Please join me in welcoming Gary Lynn Floyd.
Good morning, Columbia Center for Spiritual Living. Gary Lynn Floyd here with you this morning. I'm so happy to be back. I got a brand new song to share with you this morning that I wrote with my friend Karen Drucker. It's pretty easy to catch on to. Hope you'll sing it with me. It goes like this. We are one, we are in unity. We are a loving, inclusive community. We are grateful, everyone is welcome here. We spread our love into the world. Sing that again. We are one, we are in unity. We are a loving, inclusive community. We are grateful, everyone is welcome here. We spread our love into the world. We are one in unity. We are one. We are one. We are one in unity. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are in unity. We are a loving, inclusive community. We are grateful. Everyone is welcome here. We spread our love into the world. We are one in unity. We are one. We are one. We are one in unity. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are in unity. We are a loving, inclusive community. We are grateful. Everyone is welcome here. We spread our love into the world. Joy. We spread our joy into the world. Peace. We spread our peace into the world. Back to love. We spread our love into the world. Love you. You sound great.
Thank you, Gary. Oh, that got my morning started really well. We are one in unity. Now, join me as we shift our attention inward, engaging in shared spiritual practice. Mindy Derrick will share a contemplative reading, followed by guided meditation and affirmative prayer by licensed religious science practitioner Idalia Romero. I invite you to release everything that might be distracting you and allow yourself to be fully present now in this moment.
Good morning. Today's reading is by Eugene Holden from the Science of Mind magazine, May 2024. Good to great to grand. The power within. Far too often we look to what's outside of us for validation, believing the right car, house, or relationship will validate us or give us power. Wrong. You were created from and with the power that creates the universe. Affirm, I am one with the intelligence that created all there is. The same power that causes the sun to shine lights up every cell in my body. The power of God dwells in me now. I am valuable. Ask yourself what you value. Is it peace, abundance, and joy? Or do you value their opposites? Do you value who you are? The truth is that you are the invaluable presence of the One. Affirm, I am the priceless expression of God. I'm unlimited in every way. I value who I am. My value brings value to the planet. I am valuable. I am grand. As we discover who we are guided to express life authentically. The best way to move from good to great to grand is to know we are God's grand idea and live it affirmatively. Affirm, I am the grand idea of God. I know my life is the magnificent life of God. I am spirit in action. Vision fulfilled. Living The grand life of God is God's vision fulfilling its life as us. Going from good to grand takes dedication and commitment. Every day is an opportunity to live in the knowing that God is all there is as our lives. Affirm, I am God's vision, fulfilling itself as me. I am guided and directed to experience my highest and best. Yes, I am God's vision fulfilled right here and now. And so it is.
Oh, good morning, beloveds. I was just taking all those words in. And now, in the here and now, as you gently breathe in and out, allow yourself to go deeper within with each breath. Slowly and gently, as you take each breath, go deeper and deeper inside yourself. Allow that breath to just surrender itself inside you into the deepest knowing of who you are. Now, as you tap into your inner spiritual connection that knows what and how to do any and everything within and through you, totally surrender. Allow the spiritual connection to lead and guide you deeper and deeper into a place of inner courage and holy boldness. Feeling that boldness within you, know these words. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. And now, as you take another breath, ponder these words that I speak. In the silence, I know that God is. In the silence, there is peace. In the silence, I feel God's grace always at work. In the silence, I feel the freedom of life unfolding in its splendor and beauty. In the silence, I am that I am, the co-creator of heaven and earth within me. In the silence, Spirit calls to me and whispers sweet nothings in my ear, reminding me that I am its beloved. In the silence, I remember to remember that I am one with the spiritual essence of the infinite intelligence. I remember the truth of who and whose I am, always connected, never separated, walking in community with humanity, planting the seeds of love and happiness into my soul, seeing the joy and happiness grow and grow. In the silence, I rest each and every day, knowing the allness of spirit is at work, right here and now, in the sacred knowing of who and where I am. Thank you, Spirit, for using me. Thank you, Spirit, for loving me. Thank you, Spirit, for fulfilling all my needs. Thank you, Spirit, for inviting me to live with gusto and resilience. In the silence, in this moment, just take a sweet pause as we take another gentle breath and let everything that no longer serves you go. Release it. Release it with a lowercase and see it fly away as we pause in the silence. And now, as you just gently and flutter your eyes open, and we return to this moment, let us pray together. Knowing there is only one power and one presence, that universal essence, that first cause, that infinite knowing, that sweet reflector and contemplator of all that is. As I embrace this idea of knowing that this power, this essence is alive, I know that it lives inside of me and it's each person here. Each person allowing this presence and this essence to just be in their being. And now as I name and claim this celebration of remembering who we truly are, of knowing that we are bold, that we are courageous, that we live in a universe that allows us to just free to fly, to enjoy that boldness of life itself. So we are here to remember this and to celebrate. And we bless this time together. We bless every single thing of this service. We bless Eugene as he speaks words of life, of boldness, as he fires us up into this moment. We bless all those that are here speaking today and singing today, and the words that allow us to remember. So we just lay this prayer upon the law of God, knowing that it is done. It is done. It's already delivered. And we just embrace it. And know that we know who we are in each and every moment of the day, 24/7, and that we are never, ever separated. So allow these words to just float into that nothingness of which they've been spoken through me, and let them rest onto that law that knows every single thing that we need. And we bless this time, and we just let it be. And together we just say, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Mindy and Idalia. That was beautiful. Let's continue with more music from Gary Lynn Floyd.
As time has unfolded me, it has revealed to me life's nothing less than sublime. With every thought I make, every last breath I take, may I be gracious and kind. Love, I invite you to open up this heart of mine. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Kindness wash over me, make me a symphony, play every note you can find. Make me reverberate, gently deactivate, slowly flow out of my mind. Find me a melody, dance and let my anthem be. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. I will not be shaken. I will not be moved. Love, cover me. May my heart awaken. Tenderness be proved. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. This is your part. It's just one word. It goes like this, simple. Love, 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 love. Sing that with me. Love, 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 love. Beautiful, thank you. Love, I invite you to open up this heart of mine. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Sing it with me again, just that one word. Here we go. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. It's beautiful. Now the last line. Love, cover me. Sing it with me. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Love, cover me.
Thank you so much, Gary. That was beautiful. Eugene Dale Holden has been a student of New Thought and science of mind and spirit for over 35 years. He has been a licensed religious science practitioner for 18 years. Eugene holds a 9th degree black belt in the Chinese martial arts. His training included Taoism and Buddhism. For 5 years, Eugene practiced Islam. As a Sunni Muslim, Eugene attributes his love of prayer to the discipline of praying 5 times a day. Eugene is often heard saying that affirmative prayer is one of the most powerful tools we have in our disposal. We should learn to use it consciously. For 10 years, Eugene served the World Ministry of Prayer at the Center for Spiritual Living Home Office. He also served as Home Office liaison to the Diversity and Inclusion Commission, serving as a trainer and facilitator. After 16 years, Eugene continues to be a well-loved contributor to the Science of Mind magazine, inspiring lives around the world. Eugene has been described as a masterful teacher, drawing out the best in all those who take his classes. He is also a dynamic speaker, a practitioner, and a percussionist. It is Eugene's vision to educate and bring people of all races, cultures, and backgrounds together for the purpose of healing the wounds of separation that keep us from seeing our common unity in our unique diversity. Eugene allows vision to guide him. It is prayer that fuels him. Eugene is deeply committed to his purpose of joyfully assisting others in remembering who and what they truly are, divine beings of light. Eugene believes that together we can reveal the kingdom of heaven right here on earth. What is heaven? Heaven is ever expanding good right now. Please join me in welcoming Eugene Holden.
Thank you. You say the Grand Rising family. Whew, man. Gary Lynn Floyd, my dear, dear brother, he always touches my heart. Grand Rising, it is so good to be with you. So let's just jump into this. I want to give thanks to our spiritual leader, Reverend Rafe Ellis, for allowing me to come and play with my family here. I understand and I know that it takes trust for a minister to allow someone to step into their pulpit. And so I appreciate that very much, my dear, dear brother. And he asked me to speak on something that is very dear to my heart. Affirmative prayer, spiritual mind treatment. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I'm not going to speak on all of the steps. I'm only going to speak on that first step of spiritual mind treatment, which is recognition. But there's a prelude for me to that step. And that prelude is Thanksgiving. Now, I know that in classes that we are taught that gratitude and Thanksgiving is the fourth step. For me, gratitude and Thanksgiving is the prelude to the first step. See, because we are told that in all things be grateful. Gratitude is a spiritual energy that creates more for us to be grateful for. Being grateful creates an energy that opens up the space for more things to come in for us to be grateful for. Here's the other thing about being grateful. We always say thank you, and we are grateful for something that has been given or something that has been done, right? So you're out at a restaurant and the server serves you your food and you say thank you even before it gets there. Thank you, also gratitude and thank you says that it's already done. So whenever I begin my spiritual mind treatment, I start with thank you. And then I go into recognition. But before I get to recognition, I want to say this, right? That Dr. Ernest Holmes, the founder of religious science, Science of Mind and Spirit, had a radio talk show back in 1949, which is when it started, 1949, called This Thing Called Life. And he would begin his radio talk show with this phrase. There is a power for good in the universe greater than we are, and we can use it. There is a power for good in the universe greater than we are, and we can use it. And we want to use it consciously. And one of the things that I like to do is to make those statements and quote my own. And so I say that there is a power for good in the universe greater than I am, and I can use it, but I also want to surrender to allow it to use me, right? There is a power for good in the universe greater than I am, and I want to surrender to allow it to use me. Now let's get to recognition. The only way that I know that there is a power for good in the universe greater than I am is to choose to recognize it. To choose to recognize it. So what that means is when I'm looking for good, not even in the universe, let me look for good in my immediate surroundings. Let me recognize that I'm grateful that I can breathe this breath, and then recognize that there is a power that's causing me to breathe. See, I don't breathe this breath. There is something greater than I am that breathes this breath. So let me recognize it. Now, we can call it God. We can call it universal intelligence. You can call it whatever you want to call it. There's a story that Dr. Holmes tells about a woman coming up to him, and she says to him, "My husband thinks that you can get more people to come listen to you if you didn't use the word God." Dr. Holmes, in his dry humor, says, "Well, tell him to use the word potato. We know what he's saying." In other words, there's no name for the infinite, right? The Tao Te Ching says in the first chapter of the Tao Te Ching, the Tao that can be named is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. In other words, there's no name to this energy from which we have been created. So, but what we get to do, my brothers and sisters, is we get to recognize it. We get to recognize it, not just in those times of prayer. What I love about spending that time, those 10 years, a decade in the world ministry of prayer, is I got a chance to really see the power of affirmative prayer and how it changes lives. And it's the one thing that I found was it really doesn't change lives. It doesn't change so much the circumstance. It changes us in how we see the circumstance. And because we are blessed with this powerful thing called thought, we get to then change the way that we see it, recognize what it is that we want to experience, and then the experience changes so that now we are experiencing what we have recognized. To recognize, which is the first step of the spiritual mind treatment, is to recognize that there is a power. Call it what you want. Call it whatever works for you. I love the word God, right? Because I know what that means for me. For me, it is that infinite intelligence that is guiding our direction. G-O-D, guiding our direction. It is that which breathes my heart. It is that which beats my heart and breathes your breath. So as we recognize this power, we start to tap into who and what it is. Now, here's the other thing about recognition: to recognize, to know again. Now, that's a deep definition of that word, to recognize, right? Recognition is to know again. In other words, we must have known it before. See, to recognize, to know again, means that at some point in our lives, we have known this infinite intelligence. Somewhere in our lives, we have known this source that causes the sun to shine. Somewhere in our consciousness, in our infinite consciousness, we have known the source of the oceans waving and the stars sparkling. So to recognize that there is a power for good in the universe greater than we are is to take the time to look for the good. One of the things I love to do when I drive to work in the morning. And I love the East Coast. I'm originally from Los Angeles, and over the years, I have been going from west to east. Spent 13 years in Denver, and now I'm here more on the East Coast, and I love the four seasons. Oh my God. And so when I drive to work every day, I'm listening to my lectures or listening to my music, and then I stop, and this happens every day, to and fro work. I stop and I look at the trees, right? And there's a feeling that comes over me that just makes me smile, because for me, they're just beautiful. And then I recognize that the source that is causing those trees to grow and to blossom and to bloom and to just show up in their beautiful glory is that same power that has created my eyes to recognize and to see the greenery that brings this feeling of joy into my life. Catch that. I recognize that that same power that has created the trees has also created the nerves in my eyes where I can bear witness to the trees. Now, we're not going to go to step 2, but that's a part of step 2, is I am unified with the tree, right? I am unified with this thing called life, but we're not going there. We're staying in recognition. So what I want to challenge you with, because I am a teacher, I love to give homework, right? I'm challenging you with today to start to recognize the good that's surrounding you right now. So I can name a few things right now. The chair that I'm sitting in, which is supporting this body, I recognize that there were many hands that have gone into the creation of this chair, right? I get to recognize the room that I am in, to recognize that it shelters me from the elements and from the environment outside. Oh, I get to recognize this technology that is working so beautifully that gets to bring this message through me to you. And then to recognize that the source of all of that is that infinite intelligence from which all things are created. Spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer, is different from the types of prayer that I grew up with. The types of prayer that I grew up with was that type of prayer where we were begging and beseeching, oh dear God, if you get me out of this, I promise that, with the begging, beseeching, and bargaining. Begging, beseeching, and bargaining. Oh God, if you get me out of this, I promise. I remember in my early adulthood life, and I'm sure that I'm not the only one that has these types of stories where sometimes we just get, okay, let me speak about myself. Sometimes I just did some of the most stupidest things, right? And would find myself in predicaments and would beg and beseech, oh God, please get me out of this. If you get me out of this, oh Lord, I promise I won't come back here again. And, I get out of it, then I'm back there in the next two weeks, again, praying, oh God, if you get me out of this. So that type of prayer of begging and beseeching is not what affirmative prayer is. See, that type of prayer, as we are looking for something outside of us to bring a healing or to save us, right? But that's not what affirmative prayer is. Affirmative prayer is exactly that, affirming what it is that we want to experience. It's not looking to any outside power or source or anything. See, because that saying is what we are looking for is looking for us. What we are seeking is seeking us. No, what we are seeking, we are. So what we are here to do is to go from the begging and beseeching or praying to a outside God, for there's no such thing, and then start to recognize that power that we are looking for, we are. I call this recognition 2.0, to recognize that infinite intelligence is living, moving, and having its being as me. And so as I recognize that with myself and for myself, you get to recognize it for yourself. So the challenge is, as I said, is to recognize the good all around you. To speak your word and then recognize you're good. You're good. Y-O-U-R, right? You're good. But also Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, to recognize that you're good, that you are good. To recognize that you are created in the image and likeness and out of the divine nature of the divine itself. To recognize and to step into that recognition, once again, knowing again that you are the love made manifest. Mindy was reading the affirmations that I wrote for the Science of Mind magazine. I believe that was from last month. And to recognize, and one of the affirmations is, I am the divine idea in the mind of God. But I'm not just speaking about me. I'm speaking this about everybody. So we get to recognize, you, me, and we get to recognize that we are the divine idea and the perfect mind of God. To recognize that, to embrace that, to embody that. Another challenge I'm going to have you do is, when you go to the mirror, the next time you pass a mirror, stop and look in the mirror and look into your own eyes and say, behold, the face of God. I recognize you. I know who you are. See, affirmative prayer, as I said, is one of the most powerful tools that we have to our disposal, because it lifts us up to see beyond the appearances of things, right? We are surrounded by news and media and TikTok and YouTube shorts. Okay, I get caught up in that stuff at times. But it baffles me to see some of the what's that spiritual term I want to use? Some of the insanity that goes on around the world, right? And I call this stuff, right? I call it weapons of mass distraction. You've heard me use that term before. The news, social media, it depends on what we're watching, will distract us from recognizing not only who we are, but it distracts us from recognizing what the world could really be. So the challenge for this week, now I'm giving you a few of them, right, is to recognize the good in everything that surrounds you. When you see on the news all of the stuff that is going on, and I'm not denying that there is stuff going on. I'm not denying that, because it's going on, right? Was hearing the news yesterday about a parolee that killed his parole officer, and the officer went to go check in on him. It's like, wow, we are in times, my brothers and sisters, where affirmative prayer is more necessary now than ever before. We are being called to recognize the good in everyone and in everything, in spite of the appearances. As scripture reminds us, right, that we are not to judge by the appearances. What we are to do, in fact, is to raise our vibration up higher. Again, I'm not denying that stuff is going on, because it is. And it is the opportunity to love. Every experience that we have is an opportunity to recognize love. Every experience that we see, that we hear, that we are engaged in is an opportunity to recognize love, to recognize good. Oh man, to recognize compassion. To recognize compassion. Going back to that story that I heard last night about the parolee killing his parole officer. You know, to recognize that right where he is, God is. Now, I know that might be a little challenging for some of us, to recognize that right where that person who has done a heinous act, to recognize that right where they are, God is. I know that can be a little challenging. However, that's what we're being called to do. We are being called to raise our vibration, to be love in action. Reverend Rafe said a while ago that love by its very nature is unconditional. And then we talk about unconditional love. I love you unconditionally. Well, what that means for me, this is what I recognized, that unconditional love means I love you no matter what you have said or no matter what you haven't said, no matter what you've done or haven't done. See, love, as Gary Lynn Floyd says, love cover me. Love, as Dr. Holmes says, it is love that leads the way. Love points the way, and it's the law that makes it happen. So when we are standing in the first step of spiritual mind treatment, and I do mean standing in the vibration of recognition, we surrender all of the self-judgment. We release all of the judgment of other selves, right? Because we are recognizing that right where they are, God is. Right where I am, God is. I recognize that right where whatever political person that you're going for, whatever is going against them, right where they are, God is. Now is the time to recognize that we are the ones that we have been waiting for. To recognize that right where we are, love is. Right where we are, compassion is. Right where we are, joy is, no matter what. Now, this is not an easy teaching. As the disciples said to Yeshua Messiah, this is not an easy teaching. It is not something where we get to sit on our laurels. It takes commitment. It takes unlearning some of the things that we've been taught. Well, if not a lot of the things that we have been taught, to clear our time-blinded eyes, to see through another vision, to see through the vision of God. Scripture says that God's eyes are too pure to see inequity. Well, if we are created in the spiritual image and likeness out of the nature of the divine itself, well, that also means that our eyes, we must recognize that our eyes are also too pure to see inequity. Well, Eugene, how do I do that? Well, I choose to see love. I choose to be compassionate in whatever that experience is bringing. You know, it has been said that hurt people hurt people. So let me recognize that right where that person who is hurting, that right where they are, love is. Love cover me and love cover them. One of the things that I came to recognize is how much pain does someone need to be in to cause that much pain? When I ask myself that question, that allows me to step into compassion. How much pain does someone need to be in to cause that much pain? God, let me recognize the love in them. Recognition, the first step of spiritual mind treatment, with the prelude of gratitude. I'm grateful that I choose to recognize. I'm grateful that I get to recognize that there is only one life. That life is God. That life is perfect. I am, you are, we are that life now. I love you. I'm so grateful to be here, and I recognize who you are. You are the divine, brilliant illumination of spirit. Now go out and multiply that consciousness. Peace and abundant blessings.
Thank you so much, Eugene, for that beautiful message. Thank you. Now is our time to practice the law of circulation. As you prepare to give now by writing your check or using one of the online giving methods found on our website, I invite you to take your gift in hand and repeat after me. I affirm that the abundance of creation is my abundance. I give freely to sustain and grow Columbia Center for Spiritual Living as my beloved spiritual community. I give to ensure Columbia CSL's continued availability to all spiritual seekers. Now, I invite you to give as we listen to another musical gift from Gary Lynn Floyd.
I love you all. Till next time, here's my blessing for you. Love be with you, peace enfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in. Truth come through you, may good flow to you, let joy renew you till we meet again. Love be with you, ooh, love be with you, yeah. All together, hand in hand, we see the light to take a stand, and we are changing a whole new life for you and me. Take your past and set it free. Share this blessing. Here we go. Love be with you, peace enfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in. Truth come through you, may good flow to you, let joy renew you till we meet again. Love be with you, ooh, 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 love be with you, peace enfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in. Truth come through you, may good flow to you, and let joy renew you till we meet again. Love be with you, ooh, 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 love be with you. Love you.
Thank you so much, Gary. And thank you for giving. I just know that you are blessed by the law of reciprocity. Please join me now in thanking everyone who participated in making this service happen. Thank you, Mindy Derrick, for that beautiful reading. And thank you, Idalia Romero, for our spiritual practice and affirmative prayer. Thank you. Thank you, Gary Lynn Floyd, for bringing us your beautiful music. Thank you, Don Henderson, for facilitating our live stream. And thank you, Eugene Holden, for sharing yourself and your wisdom with us. And thank you, everyone, for attending our service and allowing me to serve as your presider this morning. Remember that our licensed practitioners are available to assist you in your spiritual journey. You can learn more about them by visiting our website, www.columbiacsl.com/practitioners. Our practitioners are here to hold you in prayer for any reason. This is their free and beautiful service to us. You may submit a prayer request to prayer@columbiacsl.com. Now, on behalf of our entire community, I want to thank you for being part of our spiritual experience today. It has been a great joy. I trust you'll choose to join us next week when we are back in person at the Hawthorne Center in Columbia, Maryland. Reverend Rafe will be back from his vacation and bringing us a teaching on Science of Mind Treatment, Step 2. Eugene shared with us today, Step 1. Please remember to stay on and watch our announcements at the end of service. Love you and have a great, great week. Namaste.
Staring at a stop sign, watching people drive by, T-Mac on the radio. Got so much on your mind, nothing's really going right, looking for a ray of hope.